We're different here. We don't just get up for another day. We rise. We don't just work. We endeavor. We're women and men for and with others. We have hope, we believe, and we celebrate. Why are we different?
So we can be the difference.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back for some more EGFC SSBU. I'm still Septulant, joined by Kilo Miles, and this time we are bringing you Marquette University against Wichita State University. And Miles, these are two powerhouse teams to the very definition of the word.
Yeah, they've been consistent all throughout the year. They haven't gotten the biggest of upsets thus far between the two of them. However, that doesn't mean they're not heavy hitters in their own right.
Right. Absolutely. They've got some real recognizable players, and in particular, Wichita State, a team that didn't have maybe the most consistent year last year, has really begun to step it up, especially in this later half, and found themselves a couple more victories here and there going up against Marquette, who I actually have not seen in quite a while. So I am excited to see Marquette come to the table and see what they can be bringing out. All right, so we've got, I believe that's going to be NCity versus Spencer. All right, so I got one of them right. NCity versus Spencer coming out early here.
Yeah, and oh boy, I mean, in general, it does feel like NCity has been the answer to just a lot of, well, who do I start with? Well,
yeah,
go for the Palu. Usually just a good, consistent coverall character.
100%, a great, consistent character indeed. And this has actually been a little bit slower than I initially expected. I mean, it's going to be only just now reaching that 30%, nearly half a minute into the game. However, Spencer's changing the play style already, finding some great aggression toward this Palutena, not really giving her time to set up anything Palu needs to succeed. Oh, the yo-yo. Love it. Oh, my goodness. What a play from Spencer.
And you gotta love it. Those teleport recoveries, well, they seem unpunishable to the average player, but once you get into the competitive scene, you realize that, oh man, pretty much anyone with a 2-frame can hit that with the consistent timing. Are they gonna go for it again? No, instead trying to read a jump. You don't overcommit. It's such a low percent, you don't even want to stale it. As you catch them right there with that, now you don't want to get caught by this. The edge guard comes out again, 3 stocks to 1 right now for Spencer.
This is one nest getting vengeance for another. This is the payback for that for the Rosalina Luma nest game we saw earlier, and that is never a good sign, and a connection error has occurred. We could take educated guesses if we wanted to, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see which way that series comes to a close. I've got to say, a really good start there from Spencer. I mean, really just came in hot, stayed hot, is probably going to finish out hot as well.
All right. So, the thing about that, to start off, that is a pretty even neutral up until you get to the one game-ending flaw in your character. Where have we seen that before in a Nest matchup? No.
Feels mighty familiar, doesn't it, Miles? That's something that I feel we've definitely seen before here today as well. Realistically, there's probably only a couple of seconds left.
Alright. Now, I mean, overall, I think the main thing you've got to do is, again, you can't always recover low.
Right.
Recovering low with the way the ledge snap system works in more recent Smash games has been, well, most people's bread and butter. But Nest is the answer. And obviously Nest can cover high by going for up smash instead of down smash, but at least you have a mix-up. At least you can make the Nest decide whether you're going to go high or low. And I guess technically you can still cover that with just up smash, but it gives a little bit more of an execution test to them, and you can't make it easy. You cannot make it easy for Spencer, because if it is, that little kid's going to get an A on his math test every day of the week.
Absolutely. And the fact, honestly, that we haven't seen a victor yet makes me think that NCity maybe really began to pick it up in the latter half of that game, probably finding at least one stock by now if the game isn't over. Gonna be just that patience. Oh, just kidding. It was a 3 stock. You can look below me to find that out. 3-0 in favor of Marquette. There is quite literally no better way to start off a series.
Yeah, I mean, Spencer, obviously, is going to be sticking to the same character. There's no way you switch it up. And yeah, you can't switch up the Palu either. I think FD is not a terrible situation, as a lot of the platform extensions were going Spencer's way. Your Nair combos are pretty guaranteed platforms or no, though.
Yeah, 100%. FD, I think, is a good map to go to. I don't think it's going to be a bad one or a great one either. But right now, Spencer certainly making it look pretty great, taking 1% in the time they're able to deal out 50. I like the attempt at that eat there for the projectile, but no projectiles coming out from Entity. Oh, the auto reticle not going to be able to connect. What a weird collision. I've never seen the PK Fire catch the auto reticle like that.
Well, sometimes that little wall of fire can have a big impact. I don't mind them relying on that dash attack. It's an invulnerable approach option right there, and it stuffs out these short hop aerials. You don't want to deal with them at all. They've got disjoint. There's no reason of threat.
No reason of threat quite yet. Gotta say, Entity, though, really starting to rack up a lot of decent damage. I mean, there's still going to be about a 25% differential, but okay, make it a 1 stock differential as Spencer is able to find that stock and take Entity offline, putting Marquette in an even better opportunity to walk away with a lot of points in round 1.
Yeah, here we go, approaching these forward airs, but the back throw sends Spencer off stage. No, you get the 2-frame though, but you're not able to get the follow-up. They wait for the air dodge, and then they're not ready for the air dodge in. That was their fatal flaw, is they're able to use that PK Fire, or PK Thunder going high to cover the recovery. Entity now struggling to get back on stage. You don't want to be put off again, though.
You do not want to be put off, not at all. And Ness coming in with a couple of nairs, trying to find the opportunity to strike. Entity probably going to go for that. Yep, that teleport up, going for the recover low, and the iframes that time, for some reason, are going to be able to let Palutena back into the engagement. A 50% differential right now, and Entity gets caught with the yo-yo not once, not twice, but thrice. Make it 4 times, make it 5! Oh my goodness, quintuple yo-yo kill there. That's going to be Entity losing their second stock. Spencer trying to walk away with all 6.
I try not to throw around the word textbook, Septilence, but that was textbook. The way you make sure you cannot play the game. That is how we say you invalidate low tiers, not Palutena.
Oh, I like the air dodge up there. Fascinating option. I expected just a traditional recovery, but now instead the air dodge up, relying on the magnet hands a bit to get you back into the swing of things. Spencer, 160%. You know, we're looking at the blessing and the curse, full rage, but 160 on Ness could not be necessarily a great thing. That yo-yo, though, don't tell me it's going to end the same way it began. Oh, the explosive flame! Entity going out with a vengeance, just wanting to take even a single stock, and they were able to do just that.
But even then, that is such a huge deficit to start out with.
Very much
if
so.
You are Wichita State. I mean, you still got some heavy hitters in your back pocket, but you can't say Marquette doesn't. They're Marquette.
Right. Yeah, no, I think you've made such a great observation. 1 stock shy of a perfect beginning for Spencer there. And that last stock losing in the final 3 seconds of the game. Truly, I mean, a masterclass performance there on Spencer on how to keep somebody off stage, how to take advantage of the teleporting recoveries, and shout out to Entity for trying 5 times in a row. It would have happened to me once, and I'm like, whatever. I would have just died, but maybe that's why I'm not a competitive player. I don't know. Either way, a great start for Marquette. Like I said, almost perfect, and Entity, they're going to have to bring out a big gun next.
Ooh. 2 stock. Beautiful right there. Absolutely beautiful. As in the end, it's going to be, again, Marquette taking this huge lead as Wichita struggles to recoup right now. Who do you send in? Where do you go from here? Luckily, you do have the advantage of knowing how you can counterpick. And we'll get to see how they're going to counterpick as soon as we know who is coming out right then. All right. Which channel are we in? Okay, we are in the first channel. Okay.
So
yeah, it's gonna be Frood.
It's gonna be who?
Frood coming in. No, that's Marquette. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know who that is. For the side of Wichita, I want to talk about Lenny, who is often their anchor, a Mega Man player on the side of Wichita, and a very good one at that. But when you get 7-0'd in game 1 of 5, you're gonna have to bring out somebody that you can rely on to take a lot of stocks. But at the same time, do you give up your anchor now to try to make up these points, or do you risk having more points scored in the future? It is a real toss-up.
I think the call is going to be for Yggdrasil to come in, who is a newer player we have seen this season. Now, Yggdrasil was on the Greninja last I saw them, and they played a pretty mean one at that, coming in at the last second to help save their team from defeat. If I remember correctly, it was week 10 when that happened. It's been a long bit since we've gotten the pleasure of seeing Wichita on stream. But either way, very consistent player in the form of Yggdrasil.
Yeah, absolutely. Consistency is going to be key here. Wichita versus Marquette, and Marquette, I mean, if they give us even a half-decent performance here, walking away with, let's say, two stock victories, Wichita is going to be in a hole that is unbelievably deep, so only time will tell. I usually say Game 3 is often the most pivotal, but this second game here, if Marquette wins it, Wichita is really going to be in a tough position.
Yeah, and, okay, so I honestly don't think you need to play. If you go into this with a mentality like, I need to make it even, I need to make it even, right, I need to get a 3 stock, you're more likely to lose than you are to get that 3 stock. I think you just need to play this game, play it out, because even getting a default win, making it 4-7, that looks so much more manageable. You win game 4, win game 3, and you're back in the lead. It doesn't matter how you do it. So all you need to do is just get a solid, clean win. You don't need to get any 3 stocks or even any 2 stocks, though they wouldn't hurt. You just need to not play like you were trying to clutch everything out and instantly get a perfect score.
Yeah, it's that individual mentality versus that team mentality. If the next player coming in for Wichita is thinking, I need to be the one that turns this around, like you said, that's really going to hurt. But if they realize, oh, even 2 one-stock victories makes this a 4v7, my teammate can follow up and find the opportunity to tie things up, if not take the lead, that's where Wichita can really begin to shine. And it's going to be all about that patience and who they bring in, understanding they have to have faith in their teammates to walk away with a win here today.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting the stage bands underway here. It sounds like we're about to get in. Yeah. It looks like we're just getting right into it soon enough. Now, Frud. I'm curious to see how Frud is going to deal with this Greninja. What are you pulling out here? Oh, man.
Oh!
This is going to be a scrappy one set.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a quick one, Miles. These are going to be 2 close quarters fighters just across the board. Yggdrasil trying to find a little bit of opportunity, but if this Captain Falcon is anything like the one we saw earlier today, I mean, this could be a very quick matchup.
Oh yeah, it could be as there. Ooh, you get that dash attack. That's a great opener at these lower percents. Pops them right up into the up air range, but as you can see, Captain Falcon has quite a bit of up air range of their own right, but instead they go for that back air, reading the low recovery that's not going to manifest.
Yeah, no manifestations happening quite yet, and Yggdrasil just not allowed back on the stage for the time being. Frud trying to read the roll get up, but not able to find that value, and now Yggdrasil starting to just a little bit of damage. Not as much as they've been dealt, but every percent counts. And like we said, you're playing this in almost a chip damage style, right? You just want to get as many stocks as possible. If that's 3, that's great, but every single stock is so unbelievably in the style of crew battle that EGF plays.
Now, here, looking to find this edge guard. Oh, on the stage? You can see neither of them are ready for that. But Frud is going to get a second lease on life because of it. Now, ooh, they just barely avoid that stop as well. The up air going to finish them off, drilling them into the splash zone.
Yggdrasil, a phenomenal turnaround there, taking nearly 100% right at the start and then finding the first stock onto Frud. Unfortunately, no extra credit happening quite yet, so we're in a 2v2 scenario. But still, I mean, just Yggdrasil's mobility and durability to live that long really goes a long way.
Yeah, it certainly does. As now, look at this. Ooh, nice little poke there with the forward tilt to get the opener. Both of them have a great forward tilt, but honestly, Greninja here and the edge guard might get a little more mileage from it, looking for the edge trapping, but instead just roll right through that Falcon kick.
Good read. Honestly, an incredible read on the Falcon kick there. Create a little bit of space, and now give Yggdrasil the opportunity they need to strike. Frud starting off very strong, but starting to fall a little bit slower, and I think that's got a lot to do with the fact Yggdrasil is just reading every move they're bringing to the table.
Yes. Right there. Ooh, that nair. That scared me right there because that can confirm into a forward air if you land the right hitbox, but no, got sent behind. Instead, now you get the down smash, send him at an awful low angle. Falcon's so low, but the down smash that don't hit ledge, and now because you whiff that, you get an opening. One tiny opening is all Frud could need.
Yeah, one tiny opening can go the distance. Miles, can Frud find it is the question. You're still trying to play a little bit more zone, following in that water, just trying to create a bit of an opening, but wow. That is going to be a quick stock taken offline, and now Frud back in the lead.
With that lead, how you get to play it right now, Frud. Up tilt gonna catch you the tongue. See up into the air, but now, can you get in the follow-up right there? Here's the thing, Seth. Either way, you're still making it so hard for Yggdrasil to get that comeback. I mean, I said, don't go for that. But it still would have been nice if you got a huge upset, comeback, 8 stock, whatever you want.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. It would have been great to see, but Yggdrasil's name of the game right now is to take as many stocks as possible. If that's 3, phenomenal. If that's only 2, that's great. You want to make sure this lead stays as small as you possibly can. Right now, Yggdrasil in a good spot to take out the second stock to grab probably in a forward throw. I was going to say should kill, but I'm immediately proven wrong there. Frud back on the stage, 180 in a dream, but that dream went nightmare. Yggdrasil tying up the stocks once again, 1-1.
Finish off with that forward air, and now go from here. Ooh, the Falcon kick, catching that roll away. Yggdrasil has been relying on those rolls a lot, and Frud is starting to catch on.
Yeah, Frud had to play a little bit slow, had to fall into a bit of a deficit, but now Yggdrasil finding some great opportunities. 65% on the board for Frud, 81, but Yggdrasil found in the first stock with an insane percent deficit, so they're certainly no stranger to it. Only a 2% difference right now. Yggdrasil not slowing down for even a moment, Miles. Looking for that final time to strike, and what a catch there. An incredibly dangerous move.
Yeah, dangerous indeed. As now, ooh, the uppy, is that going to be it? No, they whiff the forward smash, and now Frud has another chance. How many times can you let Frud get away with this? Because Frud, you know they're dangerous, but you're finally able to connect it, redeeming yourself with the slash.
Oh my goodness, the question was how many times, and it turns out the answer was 0 more. Able to clutch that out. That was possibly one of the closest games we've seen today, Miles. That was an incredibly entertaining one. I love the speed of it. I love how close it was, constantly neck and neck. And like you said, we saw a little bit of kryptonite, a little bit of readability from both players. So moving into game 2, are they both going to change play styles, attempting to adapt to one another? Because they both had some pretty big red flags that could be punished.
Yeah, they certainly did. I mean, in general, I loved how early in the game Yggdrasil was using the down smash.
Yes.
Honestly, I've become a down smash believer in recent years. Obviously, it would be ideal if you could always read someone's aerial drift and get a stronger punish, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's okay to admit I cannot cover both options, so luckily I have this attack that hits both sides at once. Let me try that.
Yeah, it's definitely a move that has been more on the popularity upswing, so to speak. And what a great catch there from Yggdrasil on that second stock. That second stock really was the beginning of the end, because on that third and final stock, Frud hardly got to play the game. It was just Yggdrasil large and in charge. Name of the game was Greninja, and we were just living in their world. Pokemon Stadium 2 working out well. Do you think we're going to be going to another platform stage? Triplats, maybe Kalos? Or do you think maybe Captain Falcon's going to want to take us somewhere a little...
I think Captain Falcon would love a triplat if you let him go there, but I cannot see a world in which Greninja doesn't ban those outright, because, I mean, come on. Greninja gets some extensions, but they're not that extreme. Meanwhile, Falcon can sometimes just kill you off a platform extension.
Yeah, with Greninja, there's not much you can do with platforms that you can't already do without them, if that makes any sense. They give you a little bit more of an extension. They get you a little bit closer to the blast zone. Falcon, however, the platforms turn a lot of what he can do from good to great. So like you said, triplats are probably the immediate bans coming through. Realistically, we may see, I don't know, Kalos, Town and City, maybe, but realistically, I think FD is a good opportunity for these players to come out. Pokemon Stadium 2 was a great stage, a great platform-based map that both players took advantage of. I don't know why I'm predicting, Miles, because honestly, I have no idea what stage is coming out.
Yeah, I would think, yeah. You immediately got rid of Yoshi's, because Yoshi's will kill you off the top. Maybe looking to go towards Battlefield, but if you're more comfortable on PS2, I mean, why not just take them back there? Either way, if you're not confident in your ladder combos, maybe just don't give the opportunity to your opponent to use it against you.
Yeah, I don't disagree in the slightest. I think the ladder combos were looking really good from the side of Frud as well. You know, every Captain Falcon's favorite combo, up air, up air, up air, up air. But it was working well. We saw it quite a few times, and I think able to capitalize on a little bit more. Maybe throwing in a knee at the end, an up special at the end could go a long way, but all things considered, you know, Frud is only playing in that hindsight is 2020 kind of scenario. To my knowledge, neither of them play anything else. I've never seen Frud before, so I'm not positive, but Yggdrasil on the Greninja is kind of a staple.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this new contender to the Greninja third. We see a lot of good Greninjas here in the EGF. I mean, it's no... It's no bit of confusion. Why? The only bit of confusion is Greninja can sometimes struggle online, but the Greninjas on here,
They've
gotten used to it. The EGF has honed them.
Yeah.
I mean, up in the dojo, they are training non-stop to get this Greninja online, and now we're going to be seeing, Kalos is coming out as the stage pick.
Oh, Kalos, wow. Now I feel that my first prediction was correct, and I went through all those stages for nothing, but whatever. We are getting the exact same matchup here. V Marquette. It's going to be Flood from Marquette, Yggdrasil from Wichita State. And Yggdrasil trying to farm as many points as possible. Like we talked about, Miles, a 7-4, that is so unbelievably winnable.
Certainly is. As Yggdrasil, they were looking down and out of it for a time in that other game. Here on this counter push, they can't let that happen again. As forward tilt comes out from Frud. Can't quite connect to anything yet, though. Besides that initial string, no huge follow-ups thus far. They're both just fishing. But that Falcon boost, Raptor boost, can you find anything more? No?
So this is unbelievably similar. I mean, I'm even getting a sense of deja vu here from game one, where Yggdrasil took a lot of damage early on and then somehow turned it around. And that turnaround maybe beginning right here. A great dodge there from Frud to keep it going. Goes in for the down air. Going to be able to miss out the wall jump into the up B. Is going to be able to keep Falcon alive. But at what cost? Yggdrasil all over Frud right now.
Yeah. Oh, the drag down right there into the jab lock. That's not going to kill, but almost does. And now, are you able to finish them? No, you missed that water spurt, and now it's Frud's turn to try and get an edge guard. Ooh, tries to bait him with that side B. It's not going to connect like that.
Goes to read the jump, but there was no jump to be read. 107 to 96, and the tables have not turned quite yet. Yggdrasil able to find that first stock last game at 121. Currently at 119, Frud 107. The first stock can very well dictate who walks away victorious, and it's going to be Frud with that first stock here in game two.
With that opener right there, you make quite a statement. Now you've got to land, though. That's been the issue before. But intelligent recovery right there. No risks, no mix-ups. Right. You just go for a safe snap to ledge.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, well, now Frud air dodging through that. You're going to be okay for the time being. As, oof, dash attack upon dash attack upon dash attack.
Oh, sorry about that. Apparently, Frud's Captain Falcon gameplay took my breath away, but I am back into the swing of things here, and this is super crucial as well, because last game, Yggdrasil found the first stock, was immediately taken to their second stock as well, so there was no extra credit. Right now, Frud is not only finding extra credit, but it's getting danger close, like entering kill zone for Yggdrasil here on the second stock. What a weird interaction there with that water spurt.
Yeah, forcing you to go straight up like that. It's not, well, often you see Falcon's recovery force like that. But that time, oh, that was a wall jump, not an up B. And because of that, you're able to get right back into the swing of things. But the up air not going to finish you quite yet. Kalos' ceiling so high.
Yeah, you've got to go off the side here, especially with Greninja, who doesn't have the lowest kill confirms. You've really got to rack them up into the numbers, and of course their weight falls into yada yada. But Greninja not exactly known for taking stock in super low percentages, so we want to see a little bit more action coming out from Yggdrasil, and also just a little bit more off-stage gameplay, right? We want to see them taking Frud to the left and right rather than up.
Ooh, speaking of up.
Yeah, timing
what
is everything.
Percent did that Falcon up smash just kill? I mean, I know it's ridiculous, but that was like 90. Man, the captain's legs are beefy.
Yeah, it did not feel like enough to find that kill there on the Yggdrasil. Frud, though, really looking good, and if Frud wins this, I believe that'll take us to a game 3, because Yggdrasil walked away with the victory back in game 1, so this will be quite interesting to see, but Frud really trying to find that comeback.
I mean, Yggdrasil on this last stock, that's where we've seen magic work before, and they try and go for that forward air mix-up right there, but they don't drift far enough forward to connect it.
No, not drifting far enough forward yet. Yggdrasil only at 28%, so if they found this second stock on the Frud, I mean, that's practically a reset, right? They're one half-decent combo away from finding that 28%. They could really be tied up down the board, but finding that kill confirm, I talked about how difficult that can be for Greninja. Grab probably into back throw. Is there going to be a water spurt to follow up? Tries to read the catch it. Oh, no.
I don't hate that. It's a bad SD, but if Yggdrasil had gone off stage at all, they would have just been dead. But now, look at this. It's almost a complete reversal. Like we said, 4 points on the board ain't bad. They went for a footstool right there. Ooh, aggressive. But Yggdrasil holding this lead.
Ending with a footstool would have been bonkers, but none of that's going to be happening quite yet. Yggdrasil holding the lead, not by much, just shy of 20%, but desperate to make sure they can find the opportunity to win. Frud going for that Captain Falcon combo of up air, but still, Yggdrasil playing a much faster defensive playstyle, really moving around quickly, not giving Frud a lot of time to process where they are.
And because you don't have that time, it is really hurting Yggdrasil in the end. Ooh, going to go for that up smash on the platform with the shield pressure into the knee right there. Yggdrasil was not ready for the double strong attack coming out from the captain.
I know I certainly wasn't. I did not think that was going to be happening, but I am excited because I believe this is our second stage 3 of the day. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for these players to come out and really give us a little bit of a mix-up, give us a little bit more of a performance. This is such a neck-and-neck matchup, but Marquette, every point is so unbelievably important. They want to make that lead as large as they can, because if Frud wins this and they win Game 3 as well, it's near impossible for Wichita to win at that point.
Ooh. Okay, so that percent wasn't nearly as high as I thought it was. Perhaps I was mistaken, but either way. Oh, no, wait, that was the second death. Yeah, it was at 84. 84! Wow. That is, well, like I said,
even with Falcon, that's
take a look at this. I mean, you caught the dash in, though, so that was probably the worst DI you could have had. They were holding in, dashing in, not ready for an immediate up smash to stuff them out, and they weren't able to adjust the DI in time. 84%.
To 111, I believe. Yeah, a 111.1. That's fun, but not fun for Yggdrasil there, because that stock was crazy important, and they lost it a lot earlier than they could have.
Yeah, they did. Again, that was an attempt at a reversal.
Yeah.
If that had hit, it would have spiked, but if it didn't, well, you saw what happened. As now it... Ooh, again, I love that right there. You bait them into dropping shield. They're like, it's a smash attack. I drop shield and I punish, and what's that coming towards me?
Goes for the strong. Yeah, the 2 strong attacks back-to-back is not something I feel a lot of people expect. Yggdrasil didn't even have time to think about what was coming next. That was just an immediate elimination there. A great opportunity here for Marquette to stalk that lead even larger. If Frud is able to come out and win this, they'll hit double digits. Wichita only with 1 point, but who knows? You know, Yggdrasil, again, even winning this, we'll be looking at a 4v8, but that's still unbelievably winnable.
Yeah, I mean... Okay, so... It really did feel like Yggdrasil was on the comeback. When they're on that last stock situation, they feel untouchable. You need a huge mix-up to shake the foundation that Yggdrasil has in those clutch situations. And you're taking away the platforms altogether right here. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting indeed, and I think that gives Greninja perhaps, you know, a little bit of an advantage. As we talked about, Greninja doesn't necessarily need platforms to succeed, but that platforms really give Captain Falcon kind of an extra boost that he can need, and now maybe Yggdrasil will be able to capitalize off of that, but I mean, Frud doing such a good job pressuring this Greninja down.
Ooh, nice parry right there into that F-tilt. But again, goes for the immediate strong option after whiffing another one. That's becoming a pattern. One that Yggdrasil defended them against that time, but that time they didn't jump into short hop Falcon Kick. That's a new one for me.
It's certainly one I don't see very often if I've ever seen it at all.
Yeah, the read.
The read coming through, but can the read carry them far enough? 40% differential right now, and Yggdrasil desperate to find that first stock. Is it going to be a repeat of Game 1 or Game 2? There was a trade up there. Yggdrasil was first stock in Game 1, but Frud took that first stock back on Kalos. These stocks now so unbelievably important, Miles, because every stock is a point moving forward.
Yeah, as
Wowzer.
the up B right there. How are you going to finish them off?
Wow!
We saw that on Ganon earlier, and the mix-up still works on Captain Falcon. Frud able to get that lead, and now you get the extension. The Nair's coming out.
Mixed up, going crazy. Oh my goodness.
Final Destination is really leveling the... Missed your ledge dash, I guess. That's unfortunate to see, as the gentleman on shield is not safe shield pressure in the slightest, but the second gentleman, well, that's going to shield poke.
The second one will be able to find that shield poke. Yggdrasil has a great opportunity to tie things back up, only an 11 or 17% differential. As I say that, though, it's going to be 1%. Just saw something. This is so identical to Games 1 and Games 2, but Frud trying to break the curse, trying to separate the opportunities for these teams to succeed. Yggdrasil down to that final stock. We've seen a final stock buff come through for Yggdrasil, not once, but twice. Will we see it thrice? Looking to find Frud's second stock right here.
If you're able to find it here, I think it's definitely the Legend of Last Stock Yggdrasil. But if you're able to get zone, if a Frud is able to completely zone them out here, well, I don't know. I say zone, it's more completely box, or in that case, go for it all right there. Rolling the dice, not going to come out in their favor, though.
Not in their favor quite yet. Yggdrasil finds that second stock. Can they find the third, Miles? The pressure is on. They need this. They want to get that 8-4 lineup, but I mean, Frud only a half-decent Falcon combo away from being able to put Marquette into double digits.
Ooh, back air, sending them off stage. Up smash catches them once again. You need a huge opening right here, and you can't get too framed. Okay, you avoid it. Constant pressure, though. Up smash into Falcon kick this time. The same mix-up we've seen before. But here's your opening right here. There's the damage starting to rack up. They get the air dodge catch, 56% on the board already.
A great opportunity there not to forward smash or forward tilt, because I think that's what Frud was looking for. They wanted to punish Yggdrasil off the back of that mistake, but that's not going to be a mistake made quite yet. It's going to be a side special in, grab into back throw off stage. Can Yggdrasil find the stock? 78%. It's going to be hard to kill Falcon quite yet, but there's going to be quite a few opportunities to punish if Frud keeps rushing in the way that they are. The Falcon kick down takes Yggdrasil up to 124. Full rage, and a dream misses the grab. Here comes the knee. The knee going to be missed out. It's going to look for the forward smash. That's also going to fail. So unbelievably back and forth.
Yggdrasil wants the shield grab.
Oh, no!
Bad, but it's Frud's grab that'll end the game, as that will be the finisher right there, as Frud was in Yggdrasil's head for that entire last stock. It didn't look like it, but if we had a full game replay, we would see shield grab, into shield grab, into shield grab, into shield grab. Yggdrasil just wanted a way to get Frud off stage, and who can blame him against that Falcon? But it was never enough, and you know what outranges that shield grab? A command grab.
Amazing performance there from Frud. Honestly, it has been nothing short of the Captain Falcon show for a lot of that. And I think part of the reason I love Falcon is so many of his moves are so flashy. Like, the player doesn't even have to be flashy because the character is. And I think that's just so entertaining. Yggdrasil really trying to create a comeback story, but unfortunately, that's not going to be happening quite yet. A 2-0 victory, excuse me, across the board right now for Marquette versus Wichita. 8-2, or excuse me, no, it's going to be, I don't know, 10-1, 11-1. Either way, it is quite 11-1. It is quite a large deficit for Wichita to fill right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. As it's possible, this is definitely doable. But based off of how close these games have been, and you're just barely scraping out wins. If you're just barely scraping out wins, you need to barely scrape out 3 wins in a row. And I'm not sure Marquette is going to make it that easy on you.
Yeah, I mean, this is already going to be a numbers game. Who knows? You know, there's, of course, the opportunity somebody from Wichita comes in and double 3 stocks, yada, yada. But statistically speaking, in the EGFC as a whole, we do not see that very often. That's not something that we can expect to happen by any means. So we're looking at, you know, a lot of back and forth, a lot of opportunities for Wichita to maybe clutch this out. But right now, Marquette, they're so far in the lead that one more win, if this third player comes in and also wins, I think it will be statistically impossible for Wichita to win it.
Yes, it's going to be Chico versus Shupel. Now, Shupel, I'm double checking, but I am not familiar with Shupel. Chico, however, heavy specialist. Specifically on that DK, they are a major threat.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the heavies in this game. I don't even play them. I just love watching play them. Donkey Kong in particular, I think he is such a goofy character to watch. He's got some of my favorite animations and taunts in the game. I don't think we're going to be seeing taunts, but the DK down taunt I think is hysterical. Either way, Chico, a heavy specialist, and I didn't recognize the other name you said either, so I don't know if that's a new player from Wichita, but that is not a name that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a while since we've gotten to see Wichita. Just the way these things roll out, we don't often get to see. We get to see consistent players week to week to week, which is good. It is good. But hey, sometimes you just get hit blind. And we'll hope that Chico isn't going in blind, because if you're not picking the right heavy for the right job, I mean, picking a heavy is like reaching into a toolbox. All of them have like good matchup, and like you can make any tool. Like you can make a wrench work as a hammer, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should pick the right tool for the job. And when you have an array of characters like Chico, you need to know what you're going up against.
Yeah, I think you said that so very well, Miles. There is an opportunity for every heavy in the game. but every heavy in the game also has some pretty aggressive kryptonites across the board. So we're going to have to see which heavy Marquette's Chico is bringing to the table going up against Wichita. And like I said, I personally don't know anything about the player Wichita's bringing out right now. So who knows? Maybe it's a counter-heavy situation. Maybe it's, yeah, I'm not going to go through and name every game. But the point is, this could be a serious wild card for Wichita.
Yeah, I love how you say counter-heavy situation. Every character in the game thinks they beat heavies. The issue is they do. Every player in the game does not beat heavies. That is the big kicker right there.
The matchups, absolutely. But the players, maybe not as much. Maybe just a little bit less.
Yeah, it can be brutal, because as we saw in situations like Wii Fit versus Ganon in the previous matchup, it can be an extraordinarily winnable matchup. But when the player is in your head, when your options feel like they're being ripped out from under you, then you can make silly little mistakes, and those silly little mistakes lead to big punishes.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's the beautiful thing about this game, right? It is 99% player advantage, right? There's, of course, character matchups, but it's all about who is behind the wheel. And this is going to be a fascinating matchup here. We've got Link versus K. Rool, and we're not going to get to watch a single second of it. We get to see a forward smash or a dash attack, I think, and then we're out.
Now, we have to talk about that dash attack for 5 minutes, Septilance.
Oh, boy!
Yeah, I mean, I'll say a little bit about this. Assuming that this matchup is being played, we may go to a quick break in a second, but I do just want to talk. I do think K. Rool has the tools in this matchup.
Yeah.
You are able to actually approach using the super armor on your projectiles, but it's still going to be difficult. And we're going to get the scoreline on that match in a little bit, but like I said, we are going to go to a tiny little break while we get this settled. Don't go anywhere. EGF will be back in just a couple of minutes.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. Thank you all so much for waiting during that break. As is the way of live production, tech issues like that will unfortunately happen, and the show must go on. We have gotten confirmation that Chico, the K-Rule, wins the game on PS2 by a single stock, Miles. So I'm going to say, personally, that's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, Toon Link is a character, as our producer was just telling us, has some very good sauce. I mean, Toon Link combos can look pretty true, but with correct DI, you can get around them.
Yeah.
Though, thinking about it again, heavies in general can get hit by things that are like, oh, that's not true. On a heavy, it is.
Right.
It's a very delicate give and take, this sort of balance that Toon Link strikes. And we didn't get to see it then. Hopefully in this next match, we will get to see it.
Yeah, hopefully we get a little bit more content coming out of this next matchup. It's going to be a very entertaining series simply because we get to watch what's going on, not anything else. I don't know, as Devin and I were talking about our producer during the break, we were talking about how the problem with Toon Link is no matter where you're fighting him, no matter where you're standing, he's always over there. He's always wherever you are. He's on the other side of the stage 99% of the time, and it works out so well. But it looks like Chico found the code, had the download one way or another, and really started to run away with it.
Yeah, they certainly did. As now, this is definitely somewhere you could adapt. And the one thing I'm seeing right away is banning FD, Kalos, Town. They do not want a big stage where Shupel can run away with it. No, they want to be up close and personal. Heavies, in my experience, always want to be up close and personal.
Yeah, absolutely. And a small battlefield maybe works out very well. That could be a great opportunity, a great opening.
They're going smaller, Sep. They're going even smaller. They're going Yoshi's.
I was going to say the only smaller map is Yoshi. I don't know. Either way, this is going to be a great opportunity for Chico to have some real dominance here. Like we said, Young Link, or Toon Link, excuse me, has to run, has to be like on the grind to get away from you as often as. And when there's nowhere to run, when you're cornered, things can get really bleak.
Yeah, banking a lot right now on your ability to edge guard it or to juggle right now and finish off K-Rule off the top, perhaps. But immediately, it's Chico gaining the stage control.
Chico gaining the stage control early, already 60. Oh, make it 70%. My goodness, we are mere seconds into the game, and for whatever reason, it is just not going to be working out well. 82% and counting, but Shupi finally able to get some hits in there. 40% onto Chico. However, that's like 5% on a heavy like K-Rule. He's a big boy. That's all I can really say about that. 109. I mean, Chico is trying to make quick work of this matchup.
Yeah, and I mean, it's pretty quick. Oh, the boomerang hit coming back around, but nah, the roll behind, that's the answer. All of Cable's traps can be terrifying, but they usually have one simple solution. It's like an escape room.
Oh, the forward air. Oh my god, I didn't expect that at all. I feel like right side, you're full rage. Downside, you weigh as much as like a wet paper bag, and you're going against King K. Rool, who hits like a bus. So this is going to be a very difficult situation to win. Chico in a great opportunity, but I'm gonna say a good hold here, a good ledge guard from Shupi.
And now Shupi sends them off stage again. You've got to be careful. You got to be cautious. If you overcommit right here, it could be detrimental. But they've got a pretty flowchart system of edge guarding. It doesn't keep you on ledge for too long, but you still got an extra like 40% off of it. That might just be enough.
Yeah, and Shupi's done a really good job turning around this momentum. Things were really one-sided in Chico's favor at the beginning. I thought Chico had this in the bag, but Shupi, but so much just happened all at once. I thought that was a really cool combo, the bomb into down air. That missed, and Shupi was immediately ready with the forward smash. Wow, great turnaround from Chico.
Yeah, I mean, guaranteed right there. Just uppercutting straight out of that down throw. So fast, and now you get some nice damage. 33% already, and the forward air too stuffs them out. I didn't think they had a jump, but you're able to get back on. Up tilt catches you. Nair doesn't go. Ooh, that jab lock.
No wonder Chico won with a single stock. This is so close. These two are really going neck and neck, but Chico able to walk away with the win is not surprising to me. Shupi trying to give us a stage 3, trying to take this all the way, the extra mile if they can. Chico trying to learn. Like you said, there's a flow chart to this. There's a diagram for this, and if Chico can find the answers, this should be a much easier series to win.
Try to just punch a hole in it, though. You don't
Right.
want to deal with it at all. You want to make sure they don't even have the opportunity. Setting up a tech chase with soft hit of down smash, that is option coverage right there. I've been talking about option coverage all night because it's so crucial as you get the parry right there. And no quick mashup means you can get a down smash, but that is a weak hit of it, or because it's out of the bury it is anyway. But the up air, the crown gonna finish you off.
I'm honestly shocked with the performance from that down smash. I thought that was a guaranteed death sentence against Shupi, but Chico getting robbed just a little bit there. 142% full rage K-Rool. A terrifying thing to go up against. I really like that attempt Shupi is making, that bomb into down air, but that becomes predictable. And while K-Rool's recovery is incredibly readable, I mean, they're not going to fall for the same move over and over.
Sometimes they don't have a choice, though, as you don't have a choice except stop holding in. Right now, Chico is just chaining you across the stage with these forwarders, and now you get the bury. They wait for that. They weren't ready for the quick mash out there because that's not something Shupi has done in the past, and that is going to reward you with the kill.
Yeah, that is going to be a quick kill there for Shupi. 96% on final stock, but Chico, this is the second game you need to win. A win is a win regardless. Those 4 points can be enough to really put Wichita in a bad position. 112, a great forwarder to come through. Oh, another one. Oh my goodness, what a cleanup from Chico. A phenomenal walk out. Chico just grabs Shupi by the hand and walks them straight into the blast zone. What a clean combo.
Yeah, aggressive edge guard right there. Following them all the way out the wall of pain. So much more painful when it comes to King, from a King himself. That, oh man. Like, overall, I felt like Shupi was playing a clean game.
Right.
But it wasn't as much as you would have hoped for.
I don't disagree. And this is also, realistically, at least I think it is, a tough matchup for Toon Link. Like, this is not going to be an easy thing to win. Sure, you have the opportunity because, you know, larger hitboxes, they're easier to take advantage of. But at the same time, when you get hit 4 times by K-Rool and die, it's really hard to live long enough to do anything.
Yeah, and Yoshi's as well. I mean, it helped them both out at different times.
Right.
But at the times when you got the up air and killed, I really don't think, yeah, that 170, that would have killed on any stage. I don't know if this in particular was the perfect pick, but hey, maybe you wanted to avoid spikes. We didn't see what happened in that first game. Maybe they hit a whole bunch of spikes and you wanted a wall to tech off of. Infinite possibilities right here. Oh, wait. I know exactly what it was. They didn't want to give K-Rool a wall to ride up. You only have one elevator up and you can just drop the bomb straight down on top of them. It's a flawless edge guarding strategy until you realize that it's only getting you %, not the kill.
Yeah, right. And it's important to note now as well, moving into the next series, is that Wichita is in a situation where the only way to win this would, of course, be a double 6 stock from their 2 remaining players. Is it possible? Sure. Is it probable? Not even a little bit. So statistically, we are looking at a possible win here for Marquette, but I have seen teams fight tooth and nail until the bitter end. We just saw that last year. Soon we're going to be seeing that this series as well. And Wichita, we have yet to see Linny, who is, like I said earlier, kind of that star-studded player for me, that Mega Man extraordinaire. And I think Linny's absolutely capable of 6 stocking. I don't know who the other player for Wichita is going to be, but I think definitely a world to win it. Oh, there it is coming up next, and there it is a Link player, so we are not getting rid of Link quite yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be a regular old sword fight, and I say regular old as if a whole bunch of tricks, tips, and tricks aren't going to come out, because it's going to be Link versus Corrin. Extreme runs the Corrin, if I remember correctly, and I mean, in theory, Corrin is very slow and has trouble getting in against Link.
Right.
We saw Ganondorf get in against one of the best Wii Fit trainers in the league, so I refuse to believe any slow character can't get in at this level.
Right, absolutely. And something of note as well, I have Extreme also written down as an Ike player, so we must have seen an Ike at one point or another down the line. I think Ike v Link is, I don't know the matchup well enough to really have an opinion on it, if I'm being honest.
Now, the thing about Ike, a lot of very safe landing options with that Nair.
Right.
You gotta get a parry on the Nair if you want to get a punish. And if you don't shield, you don't parry, then you're just going to get smacked by combos. Ike is combo, kill, confirm, season it. Oh, it's the Young Link instead. Trading out speed. Oh, now you're just gonna get smothered. A fast, effective zoner in this Link.
Yeah, Young Link considered by many to be the greatest Link, and Young Link v Corrin. One of them is a little bit higher up the ranked ladder, or the tier ladder than the other. However, Extreme coming out very strong here, able to rack up already 50%. However, you've been grabbed by a Young Link, and that can often lead to disaster.
Cool. Tries to get that up and punish, but instead they get themselves grabbed for it. The juggler's coming out here, but can't get much more off of it there. You can see, trying to get the drag down with that. You can't quite find it as you just get pinned and smacked right there. Even percents thus far.
A lot of back and forth between these schools, but you know, the score would not dictate that at all. We're looking at 15-1. We're thinking, oh, this is a shutout for Marquette, right? But almost every game, rather, has been so unbelievably close, and Wichita, they feel like they're just 5-10% short of being able to really clutch out these matchups. And there it is, trying to be the first here for Wichita tonight to really take charge.
Now, here's the thing. You're able to get that forward air. Can you clean it up anymore? You need to find these ledge traps. That's where Corrin can get huge kills, pinning you to the ledge and killing them. I mean, in the neutral game, it's always going to be these fast projectile-wielding characters like Young Link that get the edge. However, you're able to get more than that. Ooh, dropping right down with the down air. That's nice.
I love the down air. I love the pogo. That can work out so well. And there it is, actually, is kind of giving us a representation of what a lot of Link players did in Smash Ultimate. They went to Young Link instead because Young Link in Ultimate plays a little bit more like regular Link in Smash Full. Link traditionally had a lot of changes moving into Smash Ultimate. And weren't all fond of that. So Young Link, not only is he stronger and faster, but he's also just a little bit more popular due to the playstyle consistency. There it is, showing us how consistent it can be. Already has Extreme to 90% of that second stock.
Yeah, and all of these, Young Link is confirm the character. You can confirm into forward air with the arrow, which confirms into more aerials. It just always puts you in a worse situation the minute the dominoes start falling, the minute a move connects with you.
Yeah, the moment a move connects usually spells a wee bit of disaster, and there it is, already in really good shape to find that second stock. I was going to say a short hop forward air there would have done it, but instead the counter from that Corrin is going to help Extreme, able to find that second stock. Things looking a little bit bleak, but there it is, still basically now officially a full stock in the lead.
And with that full stock, you're going to be feeling good, but you can't let it get to your head. Corrin can get some ridiculously easy stocks if you let her just push buttons on you. As you can see, chaining you out towards this edge guard situation, but Corrin is not one who likes to go off stage.
Right. Yeah, absolutely not. Corrin does not want to be caught off stage, or at least not very often. Waiting now to see what's going to be the next attempt. There it is, trying to get aggressive, going to be caught out of shield. I love the short arrow in there, trying to find the opportunity to strike, hop into forward air, finding a lot of chip damage, and that chip damage is going just further and further beyond for Wichita so far.
Yes, ooh, the landing there, but that's safe on shield. You can throw out another one right away, and you interrupt the recovery just like that. We saw Toon Link do the exact same thing in the previous game.
Yeah, the exact same thing was done in the game beforehand. It's going to be a 7% differential right now, but a full stock lead still for there it is. Every stock so important, especially for Wichita right now, but it's still going to be just that tooth and nail fight till the bitter end. The rage online for the Corrin, but is she going to get the opportunity to use it? It is not looking like it. There it is, just not giving her any time to think.
Not at all. Ooh, you roll right into it. You got to remember that hit charge has a hitbox on it with a down tilt to anything, but finally the dash tech will finish you off. There it is. Get into that finisher right there. 2 stocks on the board. A chance, perhaps.
Yeah, that is an 0-7 for the Corrin there, getting caught out by there it is in the final moments of the match. Hits the shield and then catches directly out of shield, I believe. I don't think that was a shield poke, but the catch out of shield kind of throws Extreme off a bit, and you can't just be falling in front of sword fighters like that.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, you can't blame them for relying on their hitboxes.
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
Most of the time, people have trouble punishing Corrin hitboxes, but hold on. A single frame? There's no way. They jumped. They jumped.
Huh. Unlucky.
And then the landing was caught. They weren't ready for that. I think that was just a panic air dodge right there, which, I mean...
We see those quite a lot.
Young Link throws out options so fast that sometimes preemptive options look like panic when Young Link doesn't throw out an option. But if he did, we'd be like, oh, nice air dodge to get through that. But no.
Very true. Very true. It was all about what came next on whether or not that was a good or bad call. And unfortunately, the call just not working out well for Marquette University. But there it is from Wichita, finally getting WSU up on the board once again. I believe with only a single point. I think they only had the one stock left. Perhaps it was two. But either way, points are points, right? And it's super important to get as many points as you can.
Yes. Oof. Yeah, once again, nice I mean, that is pressure. That's intimidation. That's sending your aura out into your opponent and being like, you do this. But now, I mean, this is technically still in the winnable scenario. 2 stocks, 2 3 stocks to get the lead right here. And, I mean, you got your 2 stock. This is possible for there it is. And it's going to be the same run back right now.
The run back coming down. Jumping into Kalos here. Man, we are seeing a lot of Kalos today. I feel like we see it sometimes. We've had it a lot today.
As immediate just pushing buttons all over each other. You want to get that initial hit, but it's eventually there it is, playing the spacing game a little bit better, using the projectiles to their advantage, pressuring your shield with the down throw bomb.
Yeah, the down throw bomb doing a great opportunity. And I can actually say we've seen Kalos 4 times today, which is not as many as I thought, but hey, you know, to each their own. That's going to be a great opportunity. There it is, large and in charge once again. Really just giving us a great showing of how to handle this core, and there's no approach that Extreme can take right now that there it is isn't already covering.
Yeah, as Extreme is able to stuff them out with the up tilts at times, but the issue is, it's not always there it is approaching from the air. They can space with their small disjoints, and those small disjoints, when they connect, well, they're still meaty hitboxes all in their own right.
Meaty hitboxes indeed, Miles. And speaking of hitboxes, I think Extreme's going to have to try to protect theirs a little bit more. 150, the arrow finds it, the forward air, the late hit of the, or the up air, is going to be able to find that hit. Now a lot of great pressure coming out, 170 and a dream. There it is, looking to find this stock as quickly as possible, but the arrow into up air is just not doing it justice.
Yeah, as they're going to be finished off the top right there. Extreme already doing their part to make sure that the job is as hard as possible once we get into the final game, playing this lead as best they can.
Playing the lead the very best they can. They want to play it slow. They want to make sure that they aren't making any critical errors, because those errors can go unbelievably far in the negatives for you. There it is, losing that first stock. Finally able to find Extreme's first stock, and it's going to be a constant back and forth battle right now. This is still incredibly close. I said that last game as well, but I just cannot get over how close these players are keeping the series.
Now, ooh, nice pressure right there. I love when you pressure their shield into immediate spot dodge. You're saying, I know you want to push a button out of shield. And that time Extreme didn't, but still, there it is. Finds that punish. Now they're playing the range game once again. Look at those up tilts. That's so fast.
The up tilt's incredibly fast. A great way to make some space and deal some damage quick. It's fascinating how close this was just seconds ago, and now Extreme already up to 120. There it is, yet to even hit the 50. Oh, the projectile's coming out, and there it is able to get back up on the stage. The down air is going to be able to connect. We see a second one now instead. The pressure's on back into the middle of the stage. These hits just really racking up the chip damage. There it is, slowly but surely putting the next stock in the coffin for Extreme.
I mean, that isn't going to avoid any confirmed right there. Extreme's lead evaporating before their eyes, but with max rage, that almost killed, going aggressive. As the core doesn't let you go off stage, that's why. When you're trying to get back on in a scramble, that's where you get punished.
Yeah, that's where the punishes really seem to make an appearance. 112 for there it is. So a win is a win regardless. Would be a great opportunity for this player to take out the victory over Extreme. Getting some combos now on the final stock, up to 46% and counting, looking for another opening. But has to get backed up just a little bit, forced into shield. Their shield's going to make a little bit of a Venn diagram for us. And there it is, 60%. I mean, really doing a great job just answering everything Extreme is bringing to the table.
Yeah, now, oof. I don't disagree with there it is at all. They know that they have to win with a lead right here. So play this range game, play this slower game. This is what you can do to give your team a fighting chance. But if you get pinned once, it might just be almost impossible right now. You can see there it is. You need to stay in this mentally. You've got to get the win right here. If you give Extreme a point on the board, it's just over and done with.
Pressure is on here once again. Extreme 127, but we've seen them clutch back at these stocks beforehand. It's absolutely possible now as there it is, falls out of combo just a little bit. Able to catch out this Corin once again. Oh, an up smash could have done dividends, but that is not going to matter. Hindsight is 2020 after all. A great shield there from there it is to prevent as much damage as possible. I can't believe how long this Corin has been on this last stock, Miles. It just seems like it's never going to end.
It's so impossible to find this last hit, but finally the drag down there into the forward tilt. That's enough. That's enough to finally finish them off. And I'm not sure if this is quite winnable, but you know they're still going to be fighting for honor as Wichita gets a win on the board.
Absolutely. So there it is, taking this. It was going to be up to 6 points, I believe. 6 plus 8 is 15, I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. So there's a definite opportunity to draw, but again, that is asking the remaining Wichita player to 6 stock. Possible? Absolutely. Probable? No, not at all. We very rarely see 6 stocks here in the EGFC.
Yeah, I mean... especially as we're still looking for the captains, the anchors to come out. And based off of how, I mean, both these teams have kept it even, but it has usually been Marquette getting the edge. You really think it's going to be that easy to get a 6 stock on them? I'm not thinking so.
Not in the slightest. That is the only answer for Wichita to tie things up. We then have to go into an extra game, and they have to win it there as well. But statistically speaking, the odds are against them. Like you said, I believe both captains have yet to make an appearance, so that can do some real work for them down the line. I mean, like you said, this is not going to be an easy win for anybody in this final matchup.
And nigh impossible, but hey, we've seen greater miracles happen. I don't think, yeah, it is not winnable right now, but either way, which is you got to make it even. You can't make it look like you got rolled over. Marquette is a powerful opponent indeed, but you can't let that get in your head.
Yeah, we are so much in the physical game just as much as the mental right now. It is all about that composition, the physical composition of these players. They need to make sure it's not, oh gosh, we're down 15-6, it's unwinnable. You've got to go into this as a GG go next scenario, looking at every single stock as that goal. Whoever the 5th player is from Wichita, I'm going to guess Linny. I'm not positive, but that's just kind of my shot card here. Hey, Aaron, no, instead. Okay, fascinating. So we're going to get a bit of a change up here.
Yeah, Aaron coming in. I mean, they've gotten some nice... I remember they put on a nice performance. They were the anchor in the previous game I saw them in. I'm trying to remember. I'm scratching my head. But either way, it looks like they're just gentlemen in straight to PS2, and they're going up against Quas. Now, Quas on Marquette, a fearsome PT who's a little bit new, but that doesn't make them any less deadly.
Any less deadly indeed. It is going to be, you know, there isn't exactly the experience buff here that a lot of these players are looking for, because people may be new to these teams and new to the EGFC, but to play at a collegiate level, you've got to have quite a history of Smash under your belt, whether it be, you know, Melee, Ultimate, or so on. But there is just a huge opportunity, and I honestly, all I'm asking for is another close game, because we have had 4 close games down the line here. Well, Game 1 was a little bit one-sided, but we've had 3 at the very least. 3 very close series down the line, and I would just love to see Wichita and Marquette wrap that up, put a nice little bow on top, and call it a close evening. Yeah,
that would be beautiful right there, but it all falls to Quas. Now, Quas was very consistent on the PT, and there's no, I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't be. Quas has, PT in general is just a terrible...
Oh, snap.
I was about to say a terrifying character, but Aaron on this Kazuya, well...
Oh, man, the first time I have seen a Kazuya, and it feels like ages, Miles. I thought I was free from him, but no, it seems like I'm not. And Squirtle is arguably the worst person to have out there right now. Hey, Aaron, you just to put work onto this Squirtle. Squirtle weighs about as much as a paperclip, and I think Aaron is fully aware of that fact. But Quaz doing a great job just being a general nuisance and really racking up some damage of their own.
Ooh. Yeah, and that is a light lad. You want to get over to this zoner who can stuff out Kazuya a little more. I mean, there is that reflector in play, but with the prevalence and the movement, the drift on Razor Leaf, you don't have to worry about it too much, especially given what it confirms into. But, ooh, a nice bit of spacing on that. You gotta miss the 10-hit combo, and that looked like it extended farther than usual because they knocked the Rage Drive straight out of Aaron.
Yeah, fascinating. I did not think Aaron was going to lose that stock there, but oh my, wow, slow down. We want to have a series. Oh my goodness. Oh, no way. No, that's a 0 to death. Oh my goodness, what a cleanup. Quas looking for a 3 stock, looking to send a message to Wichita right now. Oh my goodness. I love Pokemon Trainer Miles. I know you know that, but I love PT so much.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites too, and they are demonstrating why. This is brutal. They catch him with the side, finishing off into the uppy, demolished right now.
That was like a that was like an 84-second match. That was literally I'm shattered. I'm shattered. Truly, that was I love PT so much. I think that is so exciting and so fun to watch. And Aaron, I saw the Kazuya. I got real scared for my head, but holy cow, what a turnaround.
All right, let's take a look at this. Yeah, the fact that the Rage Drive exploded right as Ivysaur connected made it look like a little kill spark, which it was, but still. Oh man, it just felt like every single time you wanted to get in, Ivysaur had the disjoints to box you out. Quas's Ivysaur, I mean, you don't often see people with Ivysaur as their best character, but it's become increasingly relevant in the modern meta to have an amazing Ivysaur.
Right. Absolutely, and it's interesting. I almost wish that lasted longer because I want to watch Quas play a little bit more PT. A huge kind of stickler thing for me against the Pokemon trainers. I'm always thinking, how good are all 3 of them, right? We saw a pretty good Squirtle. Squirtle v Kazuya is very hard. We saw a very good Ivysaur, but I would have loved to see that Charizard a little bit as well. I'd just love to see more of that ability. I'm not saying Quas was bad by any means. That was incredible PT gameplay, but I just personally love to see all 3 get their time to shine.
Yeah, what you gotta keep in mind is that, well, the Charizard is often used as a last-second opportunity to get kills.
What?
What is
this?
Sonic and Kazuya.
What a weird character pool.
2, 1, go!
Cool.
Oh, man. I haven't seen a Sonic in ages. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about that. I know a lot of people see Sonic and grown, but I haven't seen a Sonic in a really long time.
Yeah, as we get into it right away, spin dashing all the way over. Honestly, I don't mind sticking on the Squirtle, but yeah, I feel like Ivysaur with the control of the ground game is the much better option. As you get the combos, you get it started. You don't need long strings against Sonic. You just need to make it so once you finally get that hit, it's gonna kill.
Yeah, and Ivysaur has a little bit more ease zoning out the distance. Sonics love to time people out. They love to play it slow, and Ivysaur can use Razor Leaf. They can get in and deal so much damage. That air, that up air in particular, the up special as well. Just like that, as I say, both of them, they make an appearance. The double, is it a triple Razor Leaf out? Nah, gonna miss the 2-frame as well, but still looking for that kill confirm. Oh, what a spot dodge. No, Sonic! Oh.
Yeah, going for that forward smash, never a terrible option right there. Almost impossible for most characters to punish, but there's this Charizard. You wanted to see it. Can it do the magic you need? Find this kill. Oh, no it can't!
Oh. No, what a good turnaround for Aaron there, honestly. I mean, it felt like Quas was in charge for a majority of that early matchup, and now a 1-stock advantage for Aaron, looking to take us to game 3. Swap on to Charizard. Yeah, the grab up throw on the platform is going to kill.
Yeah, that's beautiful right there. Ooh. Now it's back into this round game. But here's the nice combos we've seen start out before. They wanted to interrupt that recovery early, but nice delay by Aaron.
A great delay indeed, Miles. I think you brought up a very strong point there about what we're going to be seeing moving forward. Aaron able to keep this series notably closer as the last one was, let's be honest, incredibly one-sided. That PT just put in the work. But Aaron now trying to find some time to shine. However, this Ivysaur, does not matter how fast Sonic is, it feels like Quas is faster.
Now, ooh, nice little poking tool right there. But the Charizard switch into immediate up B. You use the invulnerability to dodge the attack and then up B to get the kill, and then right back to Squirtle.
Oh, goes for the forward smash, not able to line it up quite yet. 63%, the Squirtle was out, but Ivysaur seems to be Quas's bread and butter. Just such a strong character so far. Misses the grab, has to spot dodge out of it, finds an up smash. Oh, and the capitalization comes through for just a moment. Oh, here it goes all over again.
Yeah, you're winning this for honor and glory now. As the spin dash comes out, you get the confirm, but you're not able to cancel it into the forward air like you usually would. Quaz was just a little too far away to finish that off as now... Ooh! That forward smash, we've seen it be lethal before, but Aaron, proper timing this time to avoid it.
Ooh, short hop into down air, able to find the value. Looks for another down air. Gonna bring it out a little bit too early. Forward smash also comes out a little bit too early. The trades are the whiffs here. Oh my goodness, 2 whiffs for the both of them. And now this next hit could be the most important. Aaron sending it a little hard off the side of the stage. And Quash just needs one half decent grab and it is all over.
Yeah, but are you going to let them get that? Well, there's a half-decent grab. Is that it? Yeah, just straight off the top. Initiating liftoff. As Quas, they get the win. They prove how lethal their PT is on every single one of the transformations. But ultimately, they cannot save Wichita's fate.
Yeah, no, Aaron could not save it, but Quas certainly sealed it. My goodness, no wonder that player is an anchor. What a performance from that player tonight. I am flabbergasted. I am dumbfounded and bamboozled. I am discombobulated and just completely lost at this point. What a great showing from Marquette tonight.
Yeah, beautiful stuff thus far. Yep. I mean, it's just clean. You go for what you need to. You get them to the kill percent, and you go to Charizard. You get the up throw. You know that you're able to shield grab most of their options, so do it.
Yeah, you know you can. Just do it. Just go do it. And honestly, like I said, that was a great showing. Wichita, they definitely gave us some signs of life, much more than this score is going to have us see. You know, at 22-6, we're thinking, oh my goodness, what a shutout. But so many of those games were last stock, last hit every single time. It was that double 3 stock right at the beginning today that really just gave Marquette that boost they needed.
Yeah, it was obliteration, opening up with Spencer to demolish N-City, who's usually a pretty consistent player. But if you can't recover, you die.
Right.
Smash Bros is not ultimately about the sickest combos. It's not ultimately about getting the most percent. It is about, can you make it back to stage? If check no, then you're just done. We saw it happen in Rosalina versus Ness, and then Ness gets the revenge against a teleport character like that.
Right. Absolutely. The revenge of the nest was definitely a narrative we got to here tonight. I believe we're going to throw it to a super short break. We're going to try to get an interview with somebody from Marquette. So we'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go far. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back for our interview with Marquette Captain Falcon Extraordinaire, Frud. So, Frud, I want to ask you, man, a very simple question, but your series in particular was a last stock, last hit quite a few times. So I want to ask, maybe for you and then your team as a whole, what do you feel gave you that constant leg up to beat out Wichita in those final moments every time?
I mean, I think for us, we just kind of work really hard at our characters. We work on neutral. We kind of develop everything. And I mean, at least Spencer, who's PR'd in Wisconsin, is really helpful in like just kind of teaching us all the things he's picked up. And I think that's really what just pulled through for us.
Yeah, and speaking of Spencer, we noticed him come out first and get a very dominant lead to start out. Is that, would you say, Marquette's strategy to take the lead early and just hold on to it?
I think it's our new strategy. Before, we've kind of just said anybody goes, but I think we've decided that it's important to take the initiative first and just ride it.
Yeah, 100%. And you guys did just that. Spencer, that makes sense being ranked in Wisconsin and whatnot, because holy cow, what a way to start tonight. It was just a masterclass. So moving forward, I kind of want to ask, is this going to be the main five that we're seeing for the rest of the semester? Are you guys going to be bringing out kind of this front five? Are there a couple of wild cards here and there? Or are you really trying to hone in your roster for the rest of the split?
I mean, we're all college students, right? So it's very determinate based on when the match is. If it's a later match, we'll have a different five. If it's, a 3:30 match, we might have to forfeit because we're all in class, But I mean, I think our team's good enough that we can kind of plug and play however we want, and we'll get the results we want.
Yeah, and well, speaking of the results you want, you have had a couple like shaky parts, but overall Marquette has been looking really dominant. How are you feeling going into the playoffs?
We're feeling good. We're just locking in. Not much more to say. We're just going to work as hard as we can and play as best we can.
Absolutely. Short, sweet, and to the point. Couldn't have said it better, my friend. So one more question just before we let you go. Is there anybody you'd like to give a general thank you or just a shout out to while you're here in the interview?
Honestly, Spencer is a big one for me. We went to a local in Whitewater last night, and we talked about matchups and everything for the 2.5-hour drive it was. So, I mean, he helped me out a lot, like I previously said, and that's who I'd like to thank.
Awesome. Yeah, well, Fred, thank you so much for joining us, man. And if y'all keep playing like that, I'm sure you'll be back in this interview booth real soon.
Perfect. Thanks for having me. You guys have a good night.
You as well.
Bye.
And with that, folks, I am going to call it a night. Miles is not going anywhere. He's going to be here with you for the rest of the evening. But I personally am going to call it a night, so I'm going to go through my little thank yous. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to Devin in the back line for making all the magic happen. Thank you to all the teams who came out tonight. We're going to throw it to another break. We're going to get my replacement in here. We're going to get the new teams ready. We'll see you right back for some more SSBU in just a couple of minutes. But check your posture, drink some water. Don't forget to love each other, and enjoy the rest of your night. See you soon.